This is Matt Redman. I'm Patricia Hammond. This is Living Room Requests, where people ask us to do music that we don't choose, but they choose.
That is exactly how it works. So if you're new here, welcome. Patricia is a singer. She occasionally plays percussion and other small instruments.
Yeah,
and I play
badly.
many. Multi-instrumentalist is what some people would describe what I do.
Crazy
Today we're playing
person.
the piano accordion and we're playing the music of Schubert for Jeff and Andy.
Yes.
Not the first Schubert songs on Living Room Request, and hopefully not the last.
Yes.
We're looking forward to getting up to about 600 soon.
True, very soon. This is the first one from Der Winterreise, which has been requested. And I must say, this is number 24 of 24 songs in the cycle. It's the last one. Finally, our hero has just dragged his broken heart through lots of cold landscapes and despair. And he's finally ended up here, and he has finally found a kindred soul in the I know. Look at him pointing like I don't know that I'm supposed to play some weird instrument.
So in the
kindred
kindred soul of the hurdy-gurdy player, we don't have a hurdy-gurdy today. I do have the piano accordion, and we do have a fantastic
a gift,
antique gift from Pete. In the form of the concertina, which will make a feature and hopefully will be the first Der Leiermann piano accordion and concertina duet mezzo-soprano version
Matt's
on
idea.
this platform.
He thinks it will sound like a broken hurdy-gurdy.
We'll go through the words after.
Yes, we will.
Here we go.
We will.
Thanks, Jeff and Andy.
Thank you. Drüben hinterm Dorfe steht ein Leiermann. Und mit starren Fingern dreht was kann. Barfuß auf dem Eise wankt hin und her. Und sein kleiner Teller bleibt ihm immer leer. Und sein kleiner Teller bleibt ihm immer leer. Keiner mag ihn hören, keiner sieht ihn an. Und die Hunde knurren den alten Mann. Und lässt es gehen, alles wie es will. Dreht und seine Leier steht ihm nimmer still. Dreht und seine Leier steht ihm nimmer still. Wunderlicher alter deine Leier dreh.
Hold it up for a thumbnail, Patricia.
Oh, yes. Oh, well, we're going to do a thumbnail. We've got to do that.
Yeah. And people can watch. Because they've never seen anything like it. Thank you so much. And if you enjoy that kind of thing, you can also click subscribe. I'll press the thumbs up to like the video.
Okay, I will say I was reluctant to do that because I've never done Der Leiermann, and it is my favorite song of the entire cycle. It is amazing, and it always would bring me to tears. And I, for my first and possibly only, well, let's don't hope possibly only, my first outing of it, Matt wanted me to play something I've never played before. It's very weird, but I have to say that it did give an eerie dissonance, which kind of was very effective.
Do you want to just slightly run through the words? Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, well, it's about a hurdy-gurdy man in desolate creature, the only sort of desolate creature that the main character, the Winterreise journeyer could really identify with. An old man who everybody ignores except for the dogs who sort of snarl at him, and he has an empty plate. Nobody's giving him any money, and he's got frozen fingers. He's barefoot on the ice, playing his hurdy-gurdy. I have to say, very well. I asked if you wanted that taped, but you said no.
Don't need it.
And they fall down. The Winterreise. I remember when I'd run out of books to read when I was a student, and I was by myself in this small flat in Vancouver, and I'd run out of books to read, and I thought, I gotta read something. And so I had the book of Lieder translations. I thought, well, that looks like a large chunk of text. I'll just read the Winterreise as literature. And so I read it, having never heard it. And my first thought was, God, what a bunch of self-indulgent claptrap. I did not like it. And so I was then curious, and I picked up my Schubert book, opened it up on the piano, and I played the first chords of the first one. Dun, 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 dun. And I went, oh my God. All of a sudden, in 2 bars, the whole thing was redeemed. It was humanized. It was made full of pathos. And basically, there was Schubert's genius illustrated definitively.
We love the stories because it's putting the you into YouTube. I don't really have many personal stories with Winterreise apart from...
Did you do a jazz version? You said you did a jazz version.
It's also quite a lot to sit through in one sitting, but not as much as,
make it interesting.
I don't know, Mahler Symphony. Anyway, now for something completely different.
Yeah, but still art song.
On paper.
And still about a woman who's just, causing pain and anguish.
And it still has kind of a drone, or it's still in kind of one, one key center. I'm going to play the cross-strung harp.
Ooh.
And it's the same key center, which is F, but it's major. And this is for song from the 20s, as we like to say.
This is, yes. The 20s were not all sort of hats and gats. This is by Michael Head. This is a request from David. So thank you, Jeff and Andy, for the last one. Thank you for my very first Winterreise. Thank you so much. And this I'd never heard of. This is I've heard of Sweet Chance That Led My Steps, and I've heard of Money-O. I've heard of 2 from this cycle called Songs of the Countryside, but not this one, The Temper of a Maid. Basically, everything's wonderful in nature, all the different little creatures, but I can't enjoy any of it because of the temper of a maid. A woman who knows what her side of the story is. In any case, thank you, David. I'm going to do this one.
Well, we can just continue again from the protagonist side of the story. Here we go.
Why not? Yes. The swallow dives in yonder air, the robin sings with sweetest ease, butterflies on a warm stone. The bee is suckled by a flower. The wasp inside a red ripe plum. The ant has found his load this hour. The squirrel counts and hides his nuts. The stoat is on a scent that burns. The mouse is nibbling a young shoot. The rabbit sits beside his ferns. The snake has found a sunny spot. The frog and snail a slimy shade. But I can find no joy on earth. All through the temper of a maid. All through the temper of a maid. Wasn't written for the harp, nor was it written in that key. But Matt
we got there in the end.
He wrote out an entire arrangement, transcription, and transposition. There you go.
Thank you so much for watching. Two very sort of two songs centering around a key, and in fact the same letter name of the key, which is rare, but that's just how it worked out. Come back for more, like I say.
Hopefully.
Support us on Patreon with the links in the description.
Yes.
Patricia Hammond, very easy to find. She'd just like a special announcement.
No, I'd just like to say thank you, Patreon. I mean, it was only because of Matt telling me that I really should do it, and because I'm very, very reticent in such things. It's a very, very low sort of. It's $3 a month or £2.50 a month, and you get various things that are not publicly available. And I'm just going to say thanks to James, Steve, both of them new, and Sue and David, Stephen, Paul, Byron, Liz, David, and Renaud. Thank you so much. I'm sorry, Renaud, if I'm pronouncing it wrong. But thank you so much. 9 patrons.
That's good. It's climbing up. Let's hope we can
get
amazing.
It like split it 50-50 with Matt. So,
thank you so much.
It's just
really doesn't cost a lot of money, but we'll just grow it.
Thank you.
And see as the weather changes, we go outside. We'll see some more special videos on Patricia Hammond songs and maybe some shorts. But comment below what you think to this YouTube shorts, because I'll tell you right now, YouTube will not show new videos on your channel to anybody that hasn't watched them already, unless you do them.
They're really blackmailing
and they say
us.
so in black and white. Anyway, better leave it there. See you later, and see you on the next one, hopefully, if not one of the previous ones.